Why is procrastination killing your dreams? Killing your dream life? First, I want to start on procrastination. Please hear this. You're not alone. Procrastination has touched everybody. Every single person faces the temptation to procrastinate. So I want you to know, number one, you're not alone. Number two, I want you to know that many people have overcome it. They've achieved greatness. They've become free of procrastination, which is a dream killer. And so I want you to know, just like everyone else, you got it. Everyone has tasted it. We've all experienced it. Some have transcended it. I'm about to share with you the secrets as to why it happens, how to overcome it, and how you can have victory on an ongoing basis. Welcome. My name is James MacNeil. I'm very excited to share this important topic with you. So thank you for joining me. Please do all the things, like, love, comment, share, subscribe, hit bells, send me a free chicken, do whatever you're supposed to do. Help a brother out. So here we go. So number one, it is a killer because it has a compounding effect on something called self-sabotage. So let's begin. When you or I or anyone procrastinates, what immediately happens is your ego, my ego, their ego, here an ego, there an ego, will then use it to beat the crap out of us. And so the ego will say, see, you suck. And so the likelihood of having the power to take action again next time diminishes. So please understand, procrastination begins a habit of procrastination because it holds a grudge against you. You're becoming powerless more and more every time you procrastinate. So it is what it is, and now. All right, so that has happened. You'll want to make sure you don't procrastinate. It is very important you take action when you decide you're going to take action. So let's begin on how can you be free of the trap of procrastination, understanding it's common to all human beings. Number two, many people have overcome it. Number three, you can overcome it. Number four, it's urgent because it's a habit and it cycles down. Beautiful. Next. One of the reasons why, and there's many, we can go deeper, it'd be a longer thing, but one of the reasons why people procrastinate is they made the wrong decision in the first place. So let's talk about number one, prioritize with wisdom. So think about it. Sometimes you ask yourself or tell yourself to do something that number one, you're not ready for. You're not in a good state. You're already exhausted. You just got your butt kicked. You got home from work. You're too tired. Someone's pissed you off. Nobody's supporting you. You're afraid of something. So when you say, go do it, you'll want to be respectful of yourself and say, am I in an environment that's conducive for me taking action? Or am I taking on too much at this time? Or am I just coming off something exhausting? Or what's my vibe? So be mindful to prioritize with wisdom. So make it a priority when it's a priority. So that's a very important thing. Do not take on too much too often because it's okay to push yourself, right? I'm all into that, obviously. But at some point it's too much. And when you cross the line of too much, then all of a sudden you start to procrastinate and then you start turning on yourself and then it's a downward spiral. So prioritize with wisdom. Do not give yourself a command you do not have a good chance at hitting. Fair enough? So prioritize with wisdom. Don't set yourself up for failure. A little bit of test, a little bit of push, a little bit of failure sometimes, right? Keep it on the edge, fine. Be wise in prioritization. Great. Next, consider the ant. Remember the wisdom of the ant. How does an ant eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. Not only prioritization, does it make sense? Is it important? Do I have to do it? Can I delegate it? Can I get support? Is it the right time? Is it the right step? All of those things, wisdom. Now, is the bite you're seeking to take manageable? Chunk it down. You want to change the world? Fine. But you should probably start with your closet. Like if you start with the whole city, that might be too much. Start with your closet. Get yourself a success. Get yourself some progress. So you might say, excuse me, I don't know how to start a business. Fine. You want to start a business, you don't know how. Fine. What is a step you can take? Prioritize with wisdom. Say, one step I can take is to research how people start businesses. Fine. How do I do that? Okay, well, one thing I can do today is Google. Fine. Today's job is Google. So you go onto Google and you go, how do I do this? And you find a bunch of stuff. And then you say, okay, I'm going to summarize the top 3 ideas, but that's it today. Then tomorrow you feel like a champion. I did the Google. Now today you're more confident. So I'm going to contact these 3. I'm going to research these 3, but that's all I'm going to do today. To say, start a business. And you procrastinate. Why? Because you didn't give yourself the wisdom of the ant. What is a bite you can take today? And when you succeed, you grow in your power. When you succeed, you grow in your confidence. When you succeed, you grow in your belief. Now you're going to be on your team instead of the self-sabotage team. So remember, it's common, it's urgent, prioritize with wisdom, chunk it down into bite-sized pieces, and get some successes under your belt. And that's the last thing I want to talk about. It's called RPE, recent positive experience. We cycle up or cycle down. So the cycle can begin in a couple places, but let's say you have a belief. A belief, I can start a new business, right? Then the belief leads to action or inaction, right? So a belief leads to an action or an inaction. When you have an inaction, then how does that make you feel? It makes you feel like a failure. What does that affect your belief? I can't do it. Now you're cycling down. Or you can cycle up. I have a belief that I can dial the phone. I have a belief I can Google. I have a belief I can ask my buddy. And if you set up yourself for success with the right belief, the right thoughts, the right feelings, the right actions, the right outcomes, now you're building momentum and you're building confidence. If you're procrastinating, you do not have to fix yourself. There's not something broken about you. You've merely not been prioritizing with wisdom, chunking it down, and giving yourself easy successes until you have some momentum. A freight train, you know, those giant freight trains that can pull millions and millions and millions of pounds of stuff, right? Freight trains. You can stop a freight train with a pebble before it started. You can keep a freight train from moving with a little pebble. Once it's moving, a mountain cannot stop it. Remember, give yourself some momentum. Give yourself some easy wins in the right direction. Feel like a champion, then take on a champion. But make sure that you're earning your stripes, earning your momentum, earning your power, earning your confidence. And that is done by prioritizing with wisdom, chunking it down. Remember the ant, take a bite-sized step each day, or however often you want to take steps. And you might say, that's too simple. You know what? Lighten up. Be simple today. Until you feel like a champion, don't take on a champion. Take on the ant bite. Have a victory. The next day, build up more. Next day, build up more. Then you'll be like pounding your chest like a freaking gorilla saying, bring it on. And until you're there, earn your confidence, earn your momentum. Break procrastination or it will kill your dreams. All of us have faced it. Many have had victory. This is how we've done it. Go get them. Thank you so much. James MacNeil. I am the author of Pure Spiritual Intelligence. I'd love to help you, and I hope this has been helpful. Blessings.